The second plane carrying South Sudanese people arrived in Juba on Tuesday morning. Changes to a law in Israel means that more than 700 people from South Sudan are being compelled to leave that country. The government here says the repatriations are voluntary, despite Israeli statements saying otherwise. Certainly many of the new arrivals appeared delighted to be home.
They went as refugees, and then they went from Egypt. Most of them went from Egypt, and they went and they were taken as South Sudanese into Israel. And during the last 5 or 6 years, they were being protected by UN convention that they were refugees. And after the war and after separation of South Sudan and gaining the independence, there was no reason to stay back in Israel.
But not everyone was prepared to leave. After working in Israel for 5 years, Sarah Armin Garang was arrested and told her choice was to board a flight to Juba or remain in prison.
The government of Israel says you cannot stay here. Your country is ready. You should go back to your own country.
Martha Nirkwan came to Juba just over a week ago. She's concerned that her children have only ever lived abroad and they don't speak the local language. She worries about how the family will survive in South Sudan without jobs.
I cannot stay here where the children are not happy and my children are not okay because this country is strange to them.
People who agreed to leave were given $1,000, but they don't get any assistance from here, and many are wondering if they'll be able to find work in a country with an already high rate of unemployment.
Some of the people I've spoken to who have arrived today haven't been in this country for nearly 30 years. A lot of the passengers are getting off with things like iPads, they're arriving with flat-screen TVs. So it's likely it's going to be very difficult for them to adjust to a country which is still very underdeveloped. Cavell for Al Jazeera in Juba, South Sudan.